Hey makeup homies, my name's Alicia. Thanks for clicking on this video. Today I'm going to rank all of my April palettes that I used this month, but I also wanted to start off doing some honorable mentions of things that, singles that I used, because a lot of times I do that where I just have like a one and done, like today, where it's just I needed something shiny and happy, but didn't need to be like a full face of, you know, if I'm just going to do yard work or be moving furniture like I did today. So let's start with that. I just want my two favorite single, well, I don't really have favorites. So I tried this new brand called, I don't know if it's new, but new to me, called Naba Cosmetics. I have these two things. They are, they were on Instagram and they got me. But I have Lodo on today. This is Lodo. And this one is called Euphoria. Euphoria is a little greener than I thought it was going to be, but that's fine. But I really like Lodo. It's very pinky and blue shifty. So I like that one a lot. That one's one that I've been using pretty often. The three ColourPop Super Shocks that I used this month are Ice Dream, Pickle Juice, and I Heart This. All really beautiful colors. This is a bluey, icy dream, like it says. This is like a good pukey yellow lemon lime. And this is just a good cool toned brown. I usually wear those as toppers, but I have worn Ice Dream a couple times by itself because I'm panning it. Speaking of panning, I'm also working on my Stila liquid eyeshadow that I love so much. Very pretty. And so it's just, I usually wear this by itself as well. Another one that I used is a new Wet n Wild. I don't know what it's called, but it's that new like chameleon line that they came out with. I also have the highlighter, but it looks very much like a Jelly Much shadow from ColourPop. And I don't know if you can see. Yeah, look at the orangey pink shift right there. So it goes on a little flaky. So if you can see that, you think that you're going to get, like, when you take a swipe of it, you know, it looks like that. And then you put it on, well, see that way? It still flakes out, like it's got bigger flakes in it. So I'm still trying to figure out how to use this. I like it. I just can't, like, I've tried it with a base. I've tried it, I don't know. So, but it was worth the, I don't know, $5 or $6 to have a pretty shiny, right? So I did that. Then, of course, a classic that I love is my Urban Decay Space Cowboy. It's a, I mean, I don't even know if you can see it. It's right there. It's a beautiful topper. And I use this a lot as just like a finishing topper, but sometimes I use it as a one and done. And then two that I got from Kristen. She sent me a bag because I won one of her giveaways because it was her birthday month. Happy birthday. So two of the things that she sent me were this Eloise and this half-caked Girls Tour double dipper. So I actually wore these together. They were very complimentary. So I wore them as just, you know, not a one and done, but a two and done because they complemented each other really nicely. So one was the darker one was the lighter one, and I think I probably put Space Cowboy on top of it. And that was my look for the day. The four that I have that I was really disappointed with, but I had to try them because they all cost, well, two of them cost 5 quarters and two of them cost 4 quarters. From the Dollar Tree, I tried these two LA Colors liquid eyeshadows. It's trash, like Mr. Johnson would say. It's trash. You can't see them. I thought maybe you could build them up, you know, and get like, okay, so that's good, right? So then I was like, oh, I'll blend it more. Oh, where did it go? Oh, okay, I'll just add more. Okay, and then you touch it and oh. Okay. Teal one does the same thing. Okay, these were $1.25. These two I got at Five Below. They were $1 each. And I was excited because they were the same thing, like pretty pinky thing. And I go to like blend it. Nope, gone. And then the darker one, I was like, well, maybe if I just put the darker one on top, and then oh, it's gone. Okay. And I know I could, I mean, I don't mind if they were to stay that color like wet, and I could work with it, but they like absolutely disappear. So like I can't even use them as like a, I really wanted to use like these in particular as a base, and they just weren't having it. So that's a bummer, because these were cool. Like in this color, very 80s like color scheme. I thought I could wear those all together. Oh well. So anyway, those are all the singles that I used this month. So now let's move right on into the palettes in the order in which I liked them. I love all of my palettes. I don't really have any palettes anymore that I don't really enjoy. So this is just least best for this month that or like maybe why I used them. So I used 22 palettes this month. So coming in at number 22 is my Revolution Game of Thrones Mother of Dragons palette. It's so low because I only used it for this one. I was panning this color called Dragon. It's a really good, I usually only use this side of it. So I talked about it last month too, so I won't dwell on that. Coming in at number 21 is my Wizard of Oz palette. I was in the Wizard of Oz when I was in 2nd grade. I was the Coroner Munchkin, and so it's always held a special place in my heart. And then, of course, I love Wicked. But Teresa is Dead did a whole review on this whole collection, which you could only buy as the collection. I've never done that before. But she talked enough about the highlighter, because it was a really silvery Tin Man thing, if you know how she talks about silver things. And the blush was beautiful, and this looked really beautiful, and it is beautiful. But so I use it a lot for the warmer tones, but I really use it for this silver is the showstopper. It's real good. It's a real good. So I think the day I used this, that was probably a one and done that I did. So the other metallics are really the other colors that I use, like this guy and this guy. Otherwise, it's just a really nice, neutrally warm leaning palette. So I still really like it. I just don't use it as often. Number 20. I needed this palette for so long, and I waited until it was on its deathbed. And I got it like 50% off. So it's the Blend Bunny Surge palette. I cannot reach for this. You've seen, this is how many times I've used each shade, right? So I've tracked to see, because I want to love it. Now look how beautiful this is. And I just don't. I've done like really cool, like rainbow looks up here, but I don't even remember how I use, you know what? I think I only used the white this month. That's lame. I love the formula. I loved it in theory. Whatever. Number 19 is Pastel Dreams by Give Me Glow. I've talked about this a bunch of times because I was panning it. It's great. It's just, I wanted this one too. I got this one secondhand on Mercari or Poshmark because I wanted it, and it just doesn't speak to me, but it is one of the better pastel palettes that I have. So not the best. You'll see that one in a little bit. Okay, number 18. I won a giveaway from Caitlin Foreman. Caitlin Dunphy, now I believe. And she sent me this Lunar Beauty Fool Fantasy. This is only so low because I have not used it enough yet, because this color story is a bit of me. I really love the grungy, yellowy, mustardy, and then like this color and this color. They're really nice. I can't remember if that's what I used this. Yeah, the brownie ready. Yeah, really nice. So this is really only so low because I haven't used it enough. But I did pull it out this month because I knew I hadn't used it in a while. So I pulled that out. Next is the Shroud Cosmetics X Batty Bean It's Freaking Bats. I had a really hard time with this company when I ordered this. Took a really long time. I know they're no longer. That's really sad. But I do love this color story. And I figured out a way to use this blue to make a purple look that really pops with the Garden of Juvia's palette that I'll talk about in a little bit. So, yeah, I like the color story. That's why I bought it, for this color. You see a theme in the palettes that I love. It's that color. But I do like it. It's just whatever. All right, number 16, ColourPop Twilight. I think I had this in last month too, but I loved it. I love it. It's cool toned. I still do kind of feel that you can only do so many looks with it. You can do like a blue, you can do a green. And a lot of these are too close for me. Like, I know they're different silveries. Like, there's a whiter silver and a more gray toned, and I don't know. I thought, when I first got it, I couldn't stop using it. So, I mean, I do, this is how many times I've used each color. I think I stopped counting at 10. Although those two have 12. Who knows? So, I really like this as my cool tone go-to for that. So, number 15 is the Profusion Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I got this from my best friend for Christmas, and it's just really fun colors. I won't take the thing off because really nice mattes, but also really nice shimmers. The shimmers just perform really well. I know I've talked about it in other videos, so I don't need to belabor it. Number 14 is the Profusion Neon palette. I saw Misty use this palette. She panned one of these guys, like, oh, but again, a theme. I really like mixing those two and then putting like a pressed juice, or I use the Odin's Eye Flora Story palette from Makeup Just for Fun. The Corner Dawn, I think is the name of the palette, is like this beautiful orangey, yellowy, greeny burst of color. And I usually put that on top. So that's why I've hit pan on those two. But then when I have it out, I usually use one of these four as a blush, depending on how funky I'm feeling that day. So that's number 14. Number 13. Again, I needed this palette and I lusted over it. And my mom ended up sending me like a coupon that she had for Ulta, and it was on sale. And I don't reach for it like I want to. It's the Maneater Nightfall palette. People talked about the one before this one, the Maneater palette, but this color story, oh, just love. But I think the problem is, it's one of those that I like looking at the color story more than I actually like making looks with it. So even when I did this with the Fool Fantasy, and I ended up just using, I think I used this one, like the most tame of all. But they're really, really beautiful. And I know I tried this out in Ulta, I think, before I bought it, because I wanted to make sure that I'd never used a Tarte palette before, so I wanted to make sure that I liked it. And just swatching it, they're so buttery. It's really nice. Why don't I reach for it? I don't know. I mean, I've used, again, I'm so lame, but I've used each thing at least once, each color at least once. I need to use it more. Okay. Number 12 is the Beauty Bay X Nikki Tutorials palette. She's beautiful. I am panning Redemption. So that's why I've used that. So that's the only thing I've used it for this month. And that's okay. Same with, so the next is number 11 is my Fantasy Cosmetica Warlock palette. Again, there's that color. I was also panning this in my, I think deck of panning. So I love this palette. It's so, this color is so cool. Like on camera, it looks really light pink, and when I look at it like this, it's like a fuchsia. It's awesome. I think I showed it last time too, but it's got a really nice shift. So love her. It's I only own 2 Fantasy Cosmetica palettes, that one and the Enchanted Autumn. I really love their formula. Wouldn't mind having more, but none of the other color stories like scream to me. I would say like the Fighter palette, the one that's got like the neutrally metallics, I would do, or the Druid with like the more neutrally but like nature toned neutrals. But anyway, I like that one. Number 10 is Huda Beauty Rose Quartz. I got this one on Mercari or Poshmark, again secondhand, because so many people just raved about it. Love this palette as an everyday you know, go to. So it was on my last month palette too. I know I'm kind of a broken record, but I don't care. Number 9, Garden of Juvia's. This is my favorite pastel palette. So she's very beautiful. She doesn't have the blue, so like the Give Me Glow Pastel Dreams is good for that. But I mixed the Freakin' Bats, that blue, really blue periwinkle color, with these and this, and I think this, and it was really nice. It looked really nice. I got a lot of compliments that day, so nice. All right, number 8 is my Flower Beauty quad. I like her. This is my go-to like everyday palette. This I have used up in lotion when I get out of the shower. These are just really nice shimmery setting shades, and then that just deepens up the corner. I can do that with a Super Shock. That's actually, I used it more, but I did it in a video, and I did it with the I Heart This Super Shock. Such a good everyday nothing. I'm thinking that when these are gone or dead or whatever, I probably will repurchase this. I see it at CVS all the time. It's a little, no, it's not expensive for a quad. What am I talking about? But, you know, when you're used to spending cheapy money, sometimes it feels, this is like $13 for the 4. But when you use it every day, like, it's worth it, right? So, speaking of quads, the number 7 is my Il Makiage. This is a very beautiful quad. It doesn't look like much, but when you put them together, you know, I do this, this in the crease, this in the corner, and then this on the outer corner as the shimmer, and this on the inner corner as the shimmer. And these two together are really pretty. And the other two have a little bit of, they're not as shimmery, they're more matte, but they're kind of satiny matte. So I really like this quad as like a no thought, but like I can really only make one look with it, you know. So now my hand looks like it's got a bruise because I waited too long in the washcloth's not really wet anymore. Anyway, number 6 is my DD Signature Blooming Baskets. I can't remember what I used it for, but these shimmers are like, they're top notch. I think the last time I swatched them, I swatched the pinky ones. So I'll swatch the bluey ones. Actually, you know what? I'll swatch all 4 of them because they're great. So green, blue, orange, pink. And they look kind of one-sided there, but like, I don't know. No, that's not showing the shift at all. They're very shifty. And I think especially the pink and the green, they give so much punch over top of other things. So, but I also, again, that's how many times I've used each shadow, but I stop at 10 on these guys. The mattes are really nice too. So DD Signature, I bought this on a whim because I saw enough influencers like testing that one out, because I know it wasn't her first one, but it was one of the first. She's come out like she has like a shimmer book, like a book of just shimmers that I really would love, but I don't need to buy right now. All right, so number 5, here's where you would expect the surge to be. So these are my Blend Bunny Lure I am obsessed with all things mermaid. So when this came out, it was like kind of a no-brainer, especially since it's just, there's your look right there. Just line them up. And this one's the most like unsuspecting color, because you're like, oh, well, it'll be like a gray nothing. No, it's like purpley, silvery goodness. And it's called Pearl, so that makes sense. But I absolutely love this. I've done my own kind of little no pan left behind, so I've used every color 4 or 5 times. So I love this palette, and I think I pulled it out for a green look this month. I don't remember. But I love it. It's just a little dark, so sometimes depending on my mood or the season or whatever, I might not take it up as much. Number 4, Urban Decay Stone Vibes. She's a go-to like everyday palette for me. I love doing crease, corner, and then like one of these 3 guys, but I'm pretty sure this month I did Bloodlust with Jade on top. So this is a very nice brown undertone. This looks reddy brown when you put it on. It looks a little emeraldy in the pan, but it's very red brown with that green on top. It looks really yummy. So love that. This one stays out with like I'm the ones I'm panning, but Rose Quartz and Stone Vibes stays out like as I don't know what else to do. I'll just grab that. Number 3 is my Blend Bunny Longing palette. This was number 1 last month, but this is just, again, it's just glorious. And the two, these two, When It Rains and Love Letters. Oh, look, I mean, just so beautiful. And I love, and then this silver, I think, is what I probably used. I don't know, silver on top. So it's just such a beautiful, oh no, I'm panning Redemption. Nope, not Redemption, that's the Nikki. Old Photographs. So as for my quart of pans and empties. But I love having this out because then I remember to use it for all the other things that I can do with it. So that brings us to number 1 and number 2. So at number 2 is a palette that I even forgot which palette it actually was. I'll tell you why. It's my Natasha Denona Retro Glam. And you're like, what do you mean you don't remember why? So here's the palette. Why are there holes in it? One of the things I love about Natasha Denona is that you can take these out. And I lusted over this palette for a really long time. And I love it, I love it, I love it. But a lot of times with those colors that are left, you can really only do like 2 or 3 looks, right? A mostly rose one, a mostly mint one. But what I found is that when especially when I travel, I took all of the cool tone neutrals out and I use those as my go-to travel cool tones. So this is really my warm tone. This is my cool tone. And so I use this all the time, pulling it out. These are 2 JD Glow singles that I love. So, but I pull these out and use these separately, so much so that I didn't remember which Natasha Denona palette they came from. And then I remembered, and this one was kind of buried, and I was like, why don't I have this out more? Because I love this palette. And the only palette this month that I use that I love more than this one is this one, Natasha Denona Yucca palette. So again, you see a theme with me. I really love these grungy, gross colors. So especially this citrine, I'm panning this one with an About Face eyeliner that's the same color called Electric Slide. Let me see. So this is the, Look at that. Oh, so good. But like, I love Camu Camu and Willow. These are my a bit of me colors. I just love them. And then that's not even to say that the shimmers are so beautiful too. Like Plantasia, Cormai, and then some Macchia. Like really nice grungy metallics as well. So this is absolutely, like, when this came out, I had just started dipping my toe into Natasha Denona, and it was actually Lauren May Beauty. So she was one of the first beauty YouTubers that I followed. She had the collaboration with Odin's Eye, and in her Odin's Eye palette, she has this awesome yellow, electric yellowy lemon limey color, and I fell in love with that one. It's very it's very it's very this color, and that sent me on this spiral of like loving these grungy greens and yellows. But then she was like a Natasha Denona connoisseur. There's only a few other people that I've started to follow that do like love Natasha Denona like she did. So when this came out, this just felt like a ode to Lauren May Beauty to me, because it was the grungy yellow that she started me on, but also Natasha Denona, which she kind of started me on as well. So this was actually my present to myself that I used with like pet sitting money, and then my husband bought it for me again for Christmas. So oops. So I got to return that and buy something else. So that is all the palettes that I used in April, and all of my singles as well. So I hope you liked watching, and I hope you will join me for the next one. Have a great day.